She gets to. I should say, because this is a facetious rugby league podcast. I joked for the last 12 months that they'll have to prize those chains from Carl Hall's cold dead hands, and he's got his hands on them for another 6 months. What's going on there? But Clare Balding, it's only a joke. Clare Balding is the new president of the Rugby Football League, and she says that we should spend more time promoting women's rugby league because it's the future. Claire, you should be watching this programme. But she's going to be another good person in that role as Tony Adams was before.
Yeah. Oh, what I want to know is she going to resign for overseeing Toronto Wolfpack dropping out of the Super League? It's been
her fault.
Out.
But one less club since she took over. How is that a measure of success?
Yeah, exactly. It's Balding out. Balding, by the way, is a sore subject, so I probably shouldn't go on about that myself.
Toronto cap.
I think it's great. I think she's a really good ambassador for our sport. I mean, everybody during the time that she was in charge of rugby league on the BBC, or in control on the screen of rugby league on the BBC, really warmed to Balding, didn't they? Because we saw the actual genuine affection that she had for the sport. I think it's great. I hope she enjoys the role. It's great to hear her talk about the Women's Rugby League. It's possibly a shame that it has to be a woman that is a president to get someone to talk about making Women's Rugby League more important. Maybe that could have been done by many past presidents. But yeah, that might be a special focus for her. Great. I think, I think we all welcome her. I don't think anyone within Rugby League has anything negative to say about Clare Balding today. I mean, maybe John does.
No, not at all. No, good choice as president. No more ex-Arsenal players.
I think she's a potential breath of fresh air, but again, she's got this vision about what rugby league could be. So she sees the women and diversity angle as pushing the sport forward. She sees new sponsors being perhaps brought in on the back of that. She sees even new geographical areas and schools opening up to the idea of rugby league. I think she even spoke in an interview about maybe getting a company like Apple involved, which I don't think she had the phone number of the chief executive at Apple, but she thinks we've got something to sell. She likes the idea of we're an innovative, forward-looking sport. That's what saddens me about the Toronto news, that one of the legs that she was standing on has been unceremoniously kicked away from her. So, what do we want as a sport? It's all part of the same thing. Do we want to make a greater offer? Do we want to be accessible to all? Do we want to be played in as many places as we can because we genuinely think we've got a product that appeals to everybody? Or are we stuck in our ways and our geographical places? And as we've said, let's not be averse to that if that's what we are. But I use an analogy that my good friend Tony Hannon often rolls out. Country music is specific to a certain part of America, but it doesn't stop it being popular everywhere in the world. They didn't put an embargo on where it could be played and listened to. It was good enough to make its way and is accepted wherever a disc by Kenny Rogers is spun. And we should adopt the same attitude.
Rugby league is country music.
There's a segment in that. Next week, there's a show in that.
I think there's a link when it comes to expansion, and we are Kenny Rogers the gambler because we like to gamble on it.
We like to hold them, and unfortunately, it seems that today Toronto Wolfpack have folded them. Thank you very much.